Every year, thousands of elderly people lose their independence, not because of serious illnesses, not because of heart or lung problems, but because their legs simply fail. Did you know that weak legs are one of the main causes that lead elderly people to be admitted to nursing homes? A simple fall can result in a hip fracture, months of recovery, and in some cases, life never goes back to normal. But here's the truth that no one tells you. It doesn't have to be this way. Your muscles aren't destined to disappear just because you've turned 60. With the right foods, you can regain your strength, protect your bones, and keep walking with confidence no matter your age. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to list the 10 best foods for strengthening elderly people's legs. Delicious, accessible, and scientifically proven to keep you stable, active, and independent. Before we start, subscribe to the channel right now. Every week I bring simple and powerful health tips that can add years of strength and freedom to your life. Now, let's get to it. Number 8. Sweet potato. The sweet potato is one of the most complete foods when it comes to energy, muscle strength, and endurance. For those who've already passed 60, it becomes an essential fuel, helping legs stay firm, agile, and full of vigor. The big difference with the sweet potato is its complex carbohydrates. Unlike simple sugars, which enter the bloodstream quickly and cause glucose spikes followed by sharp drops, the sweet potato's carbohydrates are absorbed slowly. This ensures a constant supply of energy, preventing that sudden feeling of weakness or fatigue that can compromise even simple activities, like walking a few blocks or climbing stairs. For the elderly, this stable energy means more disposition throughout the entire day. Another valuable nutrient in the sweet potato is potassium, a mineral fundamental for muscle contraction and relaxation. Without enough potassium, legs become vulnerable to painful cramps, muscle fatigue, and even arrhythmias. By providing good amounts of this mineral, the sweet potato helps keep muscles balanced and protected, ensuring safer and smoother movements. In addition, the sweet potato is rich in antioxidants, especially beta-carotene, responsible for its orange coloration. Beta-carotene is converted into vitamin A in the body, which not only protects vision, essential for preventing falls, but also fights oxidative stress that accelerates muscle degeneration. With fewer free radicals attacking the cells, the leg muscles remain healthier and more resistant. Another point worth highlighting is the presence of fiber, which besides aiding digestion and promoting satiety, also helps maintain balanced blood glucose levels. This is crucial for elderly people facing insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes, as it helps avoid dangerous sugar spikes in the body, preserving energy without overloading it. The sweet potato also provides small but important amounts of manganese and magnesium, minerals that participate in energy metabolism and in maintaining bone density. This duo strengthens the legs from the inside out, nourished muscles and more solid bones, working together to sustain mobility and independence. In practice, the sweet potato is extremely versatile and can be prepared in various healthy ways: baked, boiled, mashed, or even as a base for soups. A serving of 100 to 150 grams per meal is already enough to ensure sustained energy and muscle support. And when combined with lean protein sources, like chicken breast or fish, it forms a complete dish capable of nourishing and strengthening every muscle fiber. Research indicates that diets including complex carbohydrates, like those in the sweet potato, are associated with better physical performance and lower risk of fatigue in the elderly. This is because this type of food not only provides energy, but also preserves muscle glycogen, the reserve that the body uses during physical efforts. In summary, the sweet potato is much more than a tasty side dish. It's a safe and constant source of energy, a protector against cramps, an ally for vision, and a guardian of muscles and bones. But keep an eye on the next food. It not only helps with muscle gain, but also strengthens the bones. Number 7. Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is much more than a creamy and tasty snack. For those who've already passed 60, it represents a true tool for muscle and bone strengthening with benefits that go far beyond basic nutrition. The combination of proteins, calcium, and probiotics makes it almost medicinal when the goal is to preserve firm and resistant legs. The first highlight goes to its high concentration of proteins. Unlike regular yogurt, Greek yogurt goes through a straining process that removes part of the whey, resulting in a denser texture and a much higher amount of protein per serving. These high biological value proteins provide all the essential amino acids, fundamental for rebuilding muscle fibers and avoiding the loss of lean mass. For the elderly, this means a direct reinforcement against sarcopenia, helping to keep legs strong and capable of sustaining daily activities safely.
Another standout point is the calcium, present in abundance in Greek yogurt. This mineral not only strengthens bones, but also participates in muscle contractions. Fragile bones and weak muscles form a dangerous combination in old age, increasing the risk of falls and fractures. Regular consumption of Greek yogurt acts as a double shield: more resistant bones and more active muscles, significantly reducing these threats. But Greek yogurt has an extra differential that makes it unique: the probiotics. These beneficial bacteria balance the intestinal flora, improving digestion and, mainly, nutrient absorption. After all, there's no point in consuming proteins, calcium, and vitamins if the body can't fully utilize them. By keeping the gut healthy, Greek yogurt ensures that every ingested nutrient is converted into real strength for the muscles and stability for the bones. Another indirect but equally important benefit is the positive impact on immunity. A strengthened immune system aids in the recovery from small muscle and joint traumas, besides protecting against infections that could lead to inactivity. The faster the body recovers, the less time the legs stay vulnerable to strength loss. Greek yogurt is also an excellent source of vitamin B12 and phosphorus, nutrients that work together to keep muscles energized and bones dense. Vitamin B12 is essential for red blood cell production, which transports oxygen to the muscles. Phosphorus helps with cellular regeneration, acting as a key piece in repairing muscle fibers. From a practical point of view, including Greek yogurt in the diet is simple and versatile. It can be consumed at breakfast, accompanied by citrus fruits or chia seeds, creating combinations that further enhance the benefits for muscles and joints. It can also be used as a base for sauces, light desserts, or even in smoothies, ensuring nutrition in a pleasurable and varied way. Recent research shows that elderly people who consume protein-rich dairy products like Greek yogurt exhibit greater preservation of muscle mass and better balance. This is because the protein acts directly on the muscles, while the calcium and probiotics create the ideal conditions for this strengthening to happen continuously. Greek yogurt is a complete food that strengthens muscles and bones, improves nutrient absorption, and still protects intestinal and immune health. But the next food has a high protein content and doesn't weigh on the wallet. Number 6. Chicken breast. Chicken breast is one of the classic foods when it comes to gaining and maintaining muscle mass, and it's not by accident. For those who've already passed 60, it transforms into a powerful weapon against sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscles that threatens independence and mobility in old age. The main richness of chicken breast is its high-quality lean protein. Each serving provides all the essential amino acids that the body needs to repair and build muscle fibers. This characteristic is vital because after 60, the body loses efficiency in protein synthesis. In simple terms, even when eating protein, the body no longer utilizes all the same way as before. That's why including rich and complete sources like chicken is fundamental to compensate for this natural decline and ensure that the leg muscles continue to be firm and functional. Besides favoring muscle regeneration, the proteins in chicken help maintain lean mass even during periods of rest or recovery. This means the elderly have less risk of losing strength after a flu, a hospitalization, or a more sedentary period. Having strong legs in this context is crucial,
since well-preserved muscles function as an energy and support for the entire body. Another important point is that chicken breast contains little saturated fat, unlike other animal protein sources like red meats. This protects cardiovascular health, ensuring that the heart and circulation work in harmony with the muscles. After all, strong legs don't just mean developed muscles. They depend on a healthy circulatory system that delivers oxygen and nutrients to every cell. Chicken is also a source of B-complex vitamins, especially niacin, B3, and pyridoxine, B6. These nutrients are fundamental for energy metabolism, converting foods into immediate fuel for muscle fibers. It's thanks to them that a walk stops being tiring and becomes invigorating, since the muscles have ready-to-use energy. And we can't forget vitamin B12, present in smaller amounts in chicken, but essential for red blood cell production. These blood cells transport oxygen to the muscles, ensuring that the legs have strength and endurance even in simple activities like climbing stairs or walking a few blocks. From a practical point of view, chicken breast is extremely versatile. It can be grilled, boiled, baked, or even shredded in salads and soups. A serving of approximately 100 to 150 grams per meal already provides enough proteins to stimulate muscle synthesis in the elderly. And when combined with complex carbohydrates, like sweet potato or brown rice, it creates a complete meal that provides immediate energy and prolonged recovery. Studies confirm that elderly people who consume protein regularly exhibit greater muscle density, lower risk of falls, and better physical performance in daily tasks. This is because protein not only repairs muscles, but also signals to the body that it should preserve lean mass instead of degrading it for energy. Chicken breast is more than a protein source. It's a natural protector against the loss of strength and mobility that accompanies aging. And the next food is essential for muscles and also for cartilage. Number 5. Citrus fruits, like orange and lemon. Citrus fruits like orange, lemon, tangerine, and grapefruit are more than refreshing. They hide a powerful secret for keeping legs firm and resistant after 60. Their greatest richness is in vitamin C, a nutrient that acts on several essential fronts for muscle and joint health. The first and most important role of vitamin C is participating in collagen production. Collagen is the structural protein that gives firmness to muscles, elasticity to ligaments, and resistance to joints. Without adequate levels of this protein, muscles become more fragile, joints lose stability, and the risk of injuries increases. That's why many elderly people feel knee pain or stiffness in the ankles, because the natural decrease in collagen with age compromises the base that supports movements. Citrus fruits help reverse this process, providing the essential raw material so that the body continues producing collagen even after 60.
But the benefits of vitamin C don't stop there. It's also a powerful antioxidant, capable of neutralizing free radicals that accelerate cellular aging and harm muscles and bones. This means consuming citrus fruits not only strengthens the legs, but also protects against silent inflammations that steal energy and vitality. It's as if each orange segment were an extra defense against the wear of time. In addition, vitamin C plays a crucial role in iron absorption. This mineral is indispensable for oxygen transport in the blood, nourishing muscle fibers with every contraction. For elderly people suffering from anemia or constant fatigue, combining iron-rich foods with citrus fruits can be the key to recovering energy and endurance. A simple dish of beans or spinach accompanied by orange juice already multiplies iron utilization, directly strengthening the legs. Another fascinating point is the contribution of citrus fruits to immunity. When the immune system is strengthened, the body can recover more quickly from small muscle or joint traumas, common in daily life. This reduces inflammation time and speeds up healing, ensuring more freedom of movement. And we can't forget potassium, present in significant amounts in oranges. This mineral is fundamental for muscle electrolyte balance, preventing painful cramps and helping with motor coordination. How many times has a sudden cramp interrupted a walk or even sleep? Citrus fruits help produce these episodes, keeping muscles more stable and prepared. From a practical point of view,
Including citrus fruits is easy and enjoyable. One orange a day already provides practically all the vitamin C needed to keep muscles and ligaments healthy. A glass of natural juice in the morning, a few tangerine slices as a snack, or even drops of lemon in water throughout the day are simple ways to reap profound benefits. Studies show that elderly people who regularly consume citrus fruits exhibit better physical performance, lower incidences of falls, and more protected joints. This is because collagen produced with the help of vitamin C acts like a natural cement, reinforcing every structure that composes the legs. Citrus fruits are like an invisible fuel for muscles, ligaments, and joints. But the next food is perfect for those who want strong muscles and younger-looking skin. Number 4. Chia seeds. Chia seeds may seem small and discreet, but they carry within them an impressive power for those who want to keep legs firm and resistant after 60. Each little grain is a reservoir of nutrients that act directly on muscle resistance, joint health, and the energy needed for daily activities. One of the biggest highlights of chia is its richness in plant-based omega-3 fatty acids. These anti-inflammatory compounds play a crucial role in protecting muscle fibers against micro-injuries and silent inflammations. This means less pain after walks, less stiffness when getting up, and more disposition to move. In addition, omega-3s improve blood fluidity, increasing oxygen transport to the leg muscles, which translates into more strength and endurance. Another impressive benefit is its high concentration of soluble fibers. When in contact with liquids, chia seeds form a natural gel that helps slow down digestion, ensuring energy released gradually. For those over 60, this is essential, as it avoids sharp spikes and drops in blood glucose. In other words, the legs receive constant fuel, preventing that sudden feeling of fatigue or muscle weakness. Chia is also surprisingly rich in plant proteins, with all essential amino acids in significant amounts. This makes it a powerful ally in muscle repair and growth, helping to combat sarcopenia. By including chia regularly in the diet, the body receives fundamental building blocks to preserve muscle mass and leg firmness. Another valuable detail is the presence of potent antioxidants. These compounds neutralize free radicals that attack muscle cells and joints, delaying aging and protecting against chronic inflammations. This is particularly important because with age, the body produces more free radicals, which can lead to loss of strength, joint stiffness, and persistent pains. And it doesn't stop there. Chia also offers a good dose of calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, essential minerals for bone and muscle health. Calcium strengthens the leg bones, magnesium aids in preventing cramps, and phosphorus contributes to cellular regeneration. Together, they create a solid foundation for mobility and independence after 60. In practice, including chia in the diet is extremely simple. 1 tablespoon a day is already enough to feel the benefits. It can be added to yogurts, smoothies, fruit salads, or even used to thicken soups and healthy puddings. When in contact with liquids, it swells and forms a gelatinous texture that, besides being nutritious, promotes satiety, avoiding food excesses that could harm health. Recent studies have shown that elderly people who consume chia regularly exhibit improvements in bone density and greater muscle resistance. This is because the set of nutrients in the seed acts synergistically: protein to rebuild, minerals to sustain, and antioxidants to protect. It's as if each seed were a natural capsule of vitality. Chia seeds are small, but giants when it comes to strengthening legs and preserving energy. But the next food is a true elixir for those who want to keep legs strong and avoid physical limitations.
Number 3. Spinach. Spinach may seem like just a simple green leaf on the plate, but for those who've already passed 60, it's almost a natural medicine. This vegetable carries in its fibers a powerful combination of minerals that act directly on the leg muscles and bones: calcium and magnesium. Calcium, as everyone knows, is the mineral most associated with bone health. It acts as the structural brick of bones, preventing them from becoming fragile and brittle. But what few realize is that without a good supply of calcium, Muscles also can't contract properly. Every step, every leg movement depends on this mineral. In the elderly, calcium deficiency doesn't just mean weak bones, but also muscle fatigue, cramps, and even difficulty maintaining balance. Magnesium plays a complementary and equally vital role. It acts as a regulator, ensuring that calcium is used correctly by muscles and bones. Without magnesium, calcium can accumulate in inappropriate places, like joints or blood vessels, instead of strengthening bones. In addition, magnesium is known for its relaxing effect. It helps prevent painful contractions and nighttime cramps, which are so common in people over 60. Anyone who's woken up in the middle of the night with intense calf pain knows how debilitating this can be. Consuming spinach considerably reduces these occurrences. Another important point is that spinach is rich in natural nitrates. Studies show that these compounds improve blood circulation, increasing oxygen flow to the muscles. This means more endurance during walks and light physical activities, plus faster recovery after effort. For the elderly, this improvement in circulation translates into less tired legs, more agile, and ready to sustain an active routine. But spinach doesn't stop there. It's also a source of vitamin K, essential for fixing calcium in bones and for proper blood clotting. Without vitamin K, even if the elderly consume calcium in abundance, this mineral may not be properly utilized. It's like having plenty of bricks but without the necessary cement to keep them firm. Vitamin K is that cement, consolidating the bone structure. In addition, spinach contains potent antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin that protect not only muscles and bones, but also vision. Vision loss is another factor that increases the risk of falls in the elderly, and consuming spinach is a way to protect both legs and eyes, creating a double barrier against accidents. From a practical point of view, spinach is versatile and easy to include in the diet. It can be eaten raw in salads, lightly sautéed, in green juices, or even in soups and omelets. A serving of 1 cup of cooked spinach already provides significant amounts of calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K without adding many calories to the meal. It's a food that nourishes intensely without weighing on the plate. Another interesting detail is that spinach combines perfectly with foods rich in vitamin C, like orange or lemon, which increase the absorption of iron present in the leaf. For elderly people suffering from anemia or fatigue, this simple combination can be a game changer, offering extra energy to walk, dance, or simply live with more disposition. Spinach is much more than a common vegetable. It's a natural support for firm bones, resistant muscles, healthy circulation, and even protected vision. Now, I'm sure you're going to be surprised by this next food. Number 2. Black beans. Black beans are much more than a simple grain that accompanies meals. For those who've already passed 60, they transform into a silent ally in strengthening legs and maintaining daily energy. This is because they combine 2 elements that the body desperately needs at this stage of life: quality protein and fibers. The proteins present in black beans are plant-based, and although different from animal proteins, they have the capacity to regenerate muscle fibers that wear out throughout the day. When consumed regularly, this grain provides amino acids that help repair micro-injuries in the muscles, allowing them to stay firm and resilient. For the elderly, this regeneration means more strength when walking, greater security when climbing stairs, and more endurance for simple activities like carrying bags or playing with grandchildren. The fibers, in turn, offer a double benefit. First, they improve intestinal function, which is essential for nutrient absorption. After all, there's no point in consuming vitamins and minerals if the body can't utilize them efficiently. Second, they provide stable and long-lasting energy. Unlike simple carbohydrates, which generate glucose spikes followed by sharp drops, black bean fibers release energy little by little, keeping legs active and ready for much longer. But the benefits don't stop there. Studies show that black beans are also rich in minerals like iron, magnesium, and phosphorus. Iron is fundamental for oxygen transport in the blood, allowing muscles to receive the necessary fuel for every contraction. Magnesium acts in muscle relaxation, preventing pains and spasms, while phosphorus strengthens bones, creating a solid base to sustain stronger legs. Another fascinating point about black beans is the positive impact on bone health. Researchers have observed that diets rich in legumes are associated with a lower rate of fractures in the elderly. This occurs because beans contain not only minerals,
but also bioactive compounds that favor calcium retention in bones. In other words, they help build muscles and bones at the same time, creating a double protection against falls and injuries.
And we can't forget the heart. Frequent consumption of black beans is associated with an improvement in cardiovascular health, since their fibers help reduce bad cholesterol and stabilize blood pressure. This is fundamental because a strong heart means better nourished muscles and more energy circulating through the body. After all, what's the point of strengthening muscles if circulation can't sustain them? In daily life, including black beans doesn't have to be complicated. A small scoop, served at lunch or dinner, is already enough to start reaping benefits. They can be combined with brown rice, which complements the amino acids missing in beans, forming a complete and highly efficient protein for muscle health. Another alternative is using them in warm salads, along with colorful vegetables and a drizzle of olive oil, creating a light, tasty, and nutritious meal. There's still another important detail. Black beans contain antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, responsible for their dark coloration. These compounds combat free radicals that weaken muscle cells and accelerate aging. In other words, every forkful contributes not only to stronger legs, but also to delaying the body's natural wear. In summary, black beans are a simple, accessible, and incredibly powerful food for those who want to preserve leg strength after 60. But tell me in the comments, did you know about these benefits of beans? Now you're going to learn about the best food for strengthening legs. Number 1. Salmon, or other fish rich in omega-3. Salmon is a true gift from nature for those seeking strong and resistant legs after 60. Among foods that sustain muscles and bones, few are as complete as fish rich in omega-3. This essential fatty acid acts directly on muscle recovery, on reducing silent inflammations, and on strengthening muscle fibers that over time naturally tend to wear out. As we age, the body faces a constant battle against muscle loss, a process known as sarcopenia. This condition can start discreetly, but its effects are devastating. Difficulty climbing stairs, less balance, constant leg fatigue, and even greater risk of falls. Regular consumption of salmon acts as a shield against this degeneration, offering the building blocks that muscles need to regenerate after any effort, whether a walk in the park or the simple routine of getting up from a chair. The omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon have anti-inflammatory properties so powerful that they're comparable to some mild medications used to treat chronic inflammations. The difference is that unlike drugs that can overload the liver and kidneys, omega-3s promote multiple benefits: better circulation, greater muscle oxygenation, and support for brain health. This means that at the same time your legs get stronger, your mind also stays more alert. In addition, salmon is rich in high-quality proteins. Unlike plant proteins, which need to be combined to reach all essential amino acids, fish protein already comes complete. This is crucial because amino acids are like bricks that rebuild muscle tissue after each micro-injury caused by daily use. Without enough protein, muscles can't repair themselves, and the aging process accelerates leg weakness. Scientific studies confirm these effects. Researchers have observed that elderly people who consume salmon or other oily fish at least twice a week exhibit a lower rate of muscle loss and greater physical performance in simple activities like walking and lifting light weights. These results are due not only to the protein and omega-3, but also to micronutrients present in the fish, like vitamin D and selenium, which play vital roles in muscle metabolism and immunity. Another important detail: salmon contains astaxanthin, a natural pigment with high antioxidant power, responsible for the fish's characteristic orange color. This antioxidant combats free radicals that weaken muscle cells and accelerate aging. In other words, every forkful contributes not only to stronger legs, but also to delaying the body's natural wear. In practice, including salmon in the routine doesn't require complicated recipes. A medium serving of 100 to 150 grams, baked, grilled, or steamed, is already enough to provide a significant dose of protein and omega-3. For those who prefer to vary, other fish rich in these nutrients are also excellent options, like sardines, mackerel, and anchovies. All offer similar benefits, and many are even more accessible and easy to find. The ideal is to combine salmon with vegetables rich in magnesium and calcium, like spinach or broccoli, creating a dish that strengthens not only muscles, but also bones. This union of nutrients potentiates the results and makes every meal transform into a direct investment in longevity and vitality. Salmon is not just a tasty and nutritious food, it's a true protection strategy against muscle loss that threatens independence in old age. By including this fish in the diet, you give your body the necessary tools to keep legs strong, stable, and ready to sustain an active life full of energy. Now you already know the 8 foods that can transform the health of your legs and return the strength that time insists on stealing. Salmon, with its omega-3, takes care of inflammation and keeps muscles resilient. Black beans offer proteins and fibers that sustain constant energy. Spinach, rich in calcium and magnesium, protects bones and prevents cramps. Chia seeds deliver antioxidants and slow-release energy. Citrus fruits come into play reinforcing collagen, the firmness of ligaments, and iron absorption. Chicken breast guarantees lean protein and prevents sarcopenia, keeping muscles strong and functional. Greek yogurt with calcium and probiotics strengthens bones, improves nutrient absorption, and sustains immunity. And finally, the sweet potato closes the list as a source of stable energy, potassium, and antioxidants, preventing cramps and strengthening muscles and vision at the same time. Each of these foods has a specific function, but together they form a true natural strategy against muscle weakness, loss of balance, and risk of falls. They're simple, accessible, and delicious ingredients that can be easily incorporated into the daily routine. They're not miraculous promises, but concrete tools so you can maintain strong legs, firm steps, and a life full of vitality. At 60, 70, or more, it's not about giving up the pleasure of eating, but choosing wisely what goes on your plate. Small dietary changes have the power to preserve your independence, your energy, and even your joy of living. Therefore, use this knowledge as a map. Choose better, eat with awareness, and give your body the support it needs. Because aging doesn't have to mean weakness. On the contrary, it can be the phase where you rediscover your strength step by step, meal by meal. Now you already have in your hands the secrets to building stronger, stable legs ready to sustain a long, active, and healthy life. The next step is on your plate.